What is going on, guys? We're excited for today. Anthony, we're going to go our thoughts, reaction, and how the Vikings are going to go forward at the amazing third of a comeback win over the Indianapolis Colts on Saturday. So, who would you like to kick things off first? K Master or Pokemon Maze?
I guess I could go right away for saying that the Vikings beat the the Colts for the first time since 1999. It's absurd, but it was long overdue and not in the way I expected it. I wasn't expecting them to crawl back from a 33 nothing lead, but if if that's what it takes and everything, I'm happy to say that they were able to come back for it.
Yeah, and to add off of that, it's really good that Darisaw and Smith are back. I still think there's some things that they need to work out, but their last couple games aren't too bad. Like Giants, Packers, and Bears, those are three teams that I feel like that they should definitely beat, and that I don't think that they should have too hard of a time beating. Um, the Bears are always a little tricky. Justin Fields is just well, once he gets into space, he's the Bears record might not show it, but I feel like if they can actually like get Justin Fields some players, that'll be good. But I I really liked how they kind of came together and overcame. Um, it probably shouldn't have been a situation where they needed to come back from 33 points. That's not something that you really good that they could, really correct their mistakes and really play like in the second half like a contending team should.
What Kevin O'Connell said it best, that defense that came into the second half gave up 3 points. He mentioned that's what they did against the Eagles, but they didn't piece it together on offense in the second half until now. So that is a good improvement that they were able to fight back and everything on there. But I'm thankful for what Donatel actually did to try and blitz Matt Ryan because let's face it, Matt's not the most mobile quarterback alive on there. It's pretty easy to get to him if needed, but I thought we held our ground and everything into the end and just kind of strived with it.
Yeah, like on the second half, I just went across a clip of this today. I forgot it's one of the coaches. I'm not sure it was their offensive line coach. It was one of the coaches, and they would tell him, "Don't even look at the scoreboard. Don't even look at the scoreboard. Take one game, one play at a time, and don't even look at the scoreboard." And what I think that is like, look, you see a lot all the time when players are down, teams are down like 10, 13, 17 points, heading into like late in the third quarter or heading to the fourth quarter, down by 10. They'll start looking at the scoreboard and say, all right, we're down by 10. Like, and they start to panic, they start making mistakes. And I didn't see this here. Like, they didn't look, all right, who cares what the score rate is? Just focus on making plays and trying to score if you can. And then as the Vikings score, okay, they got it close. Okay, they got a field goal 36-7. Okay, 36-14, 36-21. Okay, and very interesting. And then it got closer and closer. And I was starting to be honest, I was starting doing the greedy as well. So I was having some fun, and they were piecing together like they were like Pokemon said they were blitzing more, which is good. Like get away with that 3-4 man defense because face it, each time you do that 3-4 man defense, you're gonna get burned. You're gonna leave your secondary hand out the drive. If you gotta like blitz, like stop blitzing more. And when it comes to playoffs, like Jalen Hurts, who knows he's gonna be playing anymore this year. Because since he's so sprained shoulder, we know he's not throwing he's not throwing arm or his throwing arm. It sounds like he might be out the next 2 weeks. and I guess fucking small life to get the number 1 seed.
R.I.P. Martin's fantasy team.
Yeah, and my thoughts, I was like, what just happened? Like there's a second time Matt Ryan blown. First, he blew a 28-3 lead to the Patriots in the Super Bowl with 4 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third quarter. You blew a 25-point lead, and now you did the exact same thing. You blew a 33 point at you're losing 33-0 at halftime. You did the exact same thing you probably did in the Super Bowl. Run, pass. Guess what? You just probably waste at least get 5 minutes on those plays. But against Cowboys and the mistakes, and I feel bad with Sullivan. He got cheated out twice, and I don't blame him. Both getting upset there. These refs, they were just awful, plain awful that game.
There's a targeting hits on Jefferson just to knock him out and everything. There's a few. It seemed like a very dirty game for what Gilmore was trying to accomplish on there. And Cole mentioned it best on there. When he was mentioning his own guy, it seems like it's not purposeful. If they're looking into the process on there, it's looking a little sketchy. I'll admit that on there because he's your best guy. He's your best player on offense.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, I really hope
the fact on there they're going to try. Oh,
yeah. And to be honest, I really hope people probably disagree with me though, but I really hope they spend Gilmore for at least 2 games with a $10,000 fine. What he did to Jefferson. But granted, people's gonna disagree there. They would probably say there was nothing wrong. If you say the coach were holding him down and Hawkins came over trying to grab the football, they always try to put him to the ground. 10 times out of 10, you're gonna get called for dealing a game. And the ref's gonna put that value of time that you wasted back on the clock. So trying to cheat. Either way, Vikings have 1 second left to kick a field goal. So, and I did sound this boy, the refs just want to just go home business.
Did you guys
Yeah, I
felt
one
end up hearing what Paul Allen said.
What's up?
What?
Paul Allen, when he was, I guess when he was trying to actually go to the, when Jefferson was getting tackled there and everything, and they saw the referee throw the flag, he's like, "Yes, well done, you referees, and screw you, cheaters." He said that about the Colts.
And I was like, I came across this. A guy's person circle on one of the videos that this threw so 3 seconds of an overtime. All right, let me explain the overtime rules to you. Overtime, if both teams' possession get the football, but both field the score, the next team who scores wins the game. That's how it works. I don't care there's 3 seconds left. I don't care there's 4 minutes and 32 seconds left. If both teams have possession of the football and the other team kicks the field goal and they win the game, it's done. It's over no matter how much time is left on the clock. That's it. I mean, yes, if the Vikings got the field goal first possession, Colts have a chance to either tie or win the game. That's how overtime works. And did you saw CJ Ham reaction for the coin toss for overtime? He was like this.
Oh yeah, he was on top of the moon. He was smiling.
He was fun. And then you guys saw the other side of the camera.
Oh yeah.
Completely irate.
Well, how we just blew a 33-0 lead? Oh, that's why we have Matt Ryan for a quarterback.
We shouldn't even be in this. That game was definitely a different one, to say the least. I was going to leave the house after watching the game. I was at Logan's place and everything, and he ended up, he ended up wanting to stop watching, and I was like, "Oh, just keep watching, I guess." And
Yep.
a couple of touchdowns later, I was like, "Okay, it's worth just waiting around just to see." Be best to get Jefferson. I was hoping Jefferson would break Randy Moss's record, even if we didn't win. That would have been cool, but at the same time,
he was getting
I'll take
frustrated.
the win over it.
He was getting pissed.
10 yards away from the Randy Moss's record. Yep.
Yeah, he was
He'll
getting
get
pissed.
that in one play.
Yeah.
Mark my word.
Yep.
Oh, he was getting pissed at, I'm pretty sure, towards Gilmore and to the officiating crew. Like, come on, like, if I can so see this. I do not see the officiating crew at all in the playoffs. It's how terrible they were. Like, you're not even good at to even referee a elementary school or a high school game. That's how bad you were. Like, what universe were you at in this game? Wait, did you saw this? Oh yeah, I think someone was down the ground and then he went off. Okay, I agree with you.
Right.
Like, I mean, like, and like throughout the game, like when it was getting like close, like my heart was like rattling. It was being so fast. My arms was like starting to shake. I was fucking back and forth.
Oh yeah.
But in the first half, I literally grabbed my glass a few times and chuck it on the ground, like how frustrated I was. But as a true Minnesota fan, like, you know what? I don't care how bad it gets. I'm still gonna watch the whole game. I watched the whole entire Purdue and Gova game because I want to see how the end is. You never know if either team makes things interesting. It's like it's not over till it's over. Like I said this last week, when the Vikings lost to the Lions, and I will keep saying it, if you're not here when we are losing, you cannot be here when we are winning. And it's true. It goes for everything. Because okay, Vikings are losing, no losing season. Okay, not losing season. I'm not gonna watch them. Of course. Now the Vikings are winning. I'm not gonna watch. Now I'm gonna start watching again. Now they watch coach. I can't really watch this game. Shuts it off. Found out the next day or late in that day, their phone's been going out the charts. Like, can you believe the Vikings game? Wait, what just happened? They come back and won. Like, you gotta stay to the end. You just got to. Like, I never left a sports game. I never leave a sports game early. Like, for anything. I don't care about it again.
Why would you leave?
Exactly, especially that game you just saw. All right, in the final 2 minutes, let's do it. 2 minutes warning, 2 minute drive. Start with Pokemon Maze. Final 2 minute thoughts. What do you saw this Vikings are heading the right direction or going downhill?
Were you talking about like the
are the Vikings heading the right direction or not quite there yet? 90 seconds. In general, other the Vikings heading the right direction or not in the right direction?
I think they're headed in the right spot for it just because they're going to have that actual leadership in that time. And I think with KJ Osborne's big like game and everything should make him realize, hey, maybe this guy should be the number 2 over Thielen. I'm fine with the 3. I don't want to, rush over what Thielen has done. He's been pretty clutch this year for being what age he is and everything.
Red zone guy.
Like KJ Osborne is setting up that actual leadership role. When you saw him get so angry and everything, when he had that 50-yard catch and everything, I even saw the catch that they got taken back on the previous one beforehand.
Yeah.
That almost gave him a little more hope. But dude was just more hyped up and everything. And I liked seeing that from our whole team standpoint. I think that's going to lead to the future and everything on there. Um, as far as our defense goes and everything, it is leading to the right direction after that game because you did shut them down to 3 points and everything in the second half. You got to take that for granted and everything and see what they did to adjust and to look into. However, I do know, we're facing two super mobile quarterbacks.
All right, sorry about that. We are back. So Pokemon makes YouTube will mention about mobile quarterbacks.
Yes. The aspect of blitzing and everything comes for people that are pocket presence and all that stuff. So if you have people that aren't pocket aware, I thought that's something that we should use more against New England and stuff like that, and we didn't. And obviously, from the standpoint of what Mac Jones was at, he was throwing 300 yards because we didn't send any pressure his way. If there's some sort of pressure on there, I mean, Danielle Hunter got his first sack in, 5 games and stuff, and that was right off the gate. I didn't hear his name the rest of the way on there. However, with these other two that are coming in for the mobile quarterbacks are going to be a little bit more of a test with Daniel Jones and Justin Fields as well.
Yep.
But then you could also rely on, look at Aaron Rodgers. You're going to be facing a guy that isn't as mobile as he used to be. He kind of relies more on the jet sweep a little bit more. And I know he does roll out once in a while as well, but it's the matter of what
play action plays.
Yes. And I thought we utilized that very well in the second half against the Colts, just because Matt Ryan, you're going to have 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. You're going to have 3rd and manageable. You send a blitz, you're going to have less time to throw it. That's just how it is. And if you have a quarterback that's going to panic on there, it's going to be such a huge thing. It doesn't have to be 8 or 7, 8 people. It could be 5 or 6. Have someone off the defensive end edge also come in, because I don't think Zadarius Smith hasn't had a sack in quite some time either. So time to get a little more pressure on there, play it off on these cornerbacks, because I got to give Shelley and Cam Dantzler, and the secondary isn't terrible. It's just not the greatest on the scheme that they're going through. And I think blitzing is going to definitely help in the long run, because it's going to help control their own zone instead of, having someone standing out in the pocket. Anyone could throw it if they have no pressure. I mean, you don't have anything to worry about if you get nothing around them. So that led to the standpoint of their whole regime of getting into the right spot. I think they can make that adjustment. I think this past week was an open eye. I don't know what O'Connell said in that locker room at halftime, but it worked. And I remember seeing, one of the reporters before halftime started and everything talked to O'Connell, which in my mind, why would you talk to a coach that's getting shut out? Not the greatest of things. You could see his attitude that he did not want to talk to anyone, and he just wanted to focus on his team. But in the end, I think this can progress as they keep going forward. Whatever they're going to adjust, I know we're a 3-4 defense. It doesn't sound like there's too much pressure, but Ed Donatel, when he was with the Packers last year, they did have some people that they could blitz out and everything. So it's a matter of time before they progress. I think what they're trying to do is to throw away, what everyone's expecting at that point. And I think they come from Bill Belichick's actual coaching regime. You notice how they flipped the script when playoff time came, when Tom Brady was there. They changed their methods on there. Yes, the Patriots defense is really good now, and just good all season long. but you could see different levels of progression through that actual scheme that they have. So I think that they're going to try to confuse people of what they actually are in these next couple of weeks just to have that progression, but I don't think they're going to reveal their total game plan when playoff time comes because
until the Patriots make a mistake at the end of the game, they decide to throw it back, and then that causes the game. Like, what are you doing?
So I was just talking back in the past and everything against when Tom Brady was there.
Oh,
you couldn't predict it.
That's another story. Like going back to the Vikings game, like the first half,
playoff time, I think.
Like, the punt return touchdown and the pick six. So like if you get rid of those, that's only like 19 points, which is not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But special teams wise, the punt block, horrible. And then on a lot of the kickoff returns, they were big.
The first half was terrible, but the second half they cleaned things up.
Like,
and
more than you would want. Like,
not many of them got in past 25 or the 30 or even the 20. Like,
true.
The first half was bad. Like, I think Cousins might have had like 47 yards passing, but second half, over 400 yards passing. He finished the game with 460 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Granted, he got sacked 7 times, but no other quarterback in the NFL history will do that type of stat again. Like over 400 yards passing and 1.5, especially the second, which you're not going to see much passing plays.
Yeah.
And granted, like in one percentage of games, CJ Ham style, the Vikings are 10-0 in one possession games.
And Von Miller gave us a little praise this week. He mentioned they just know how to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do.
They find a way to win if they need to. So everyone that does comment about them and everything, they could say what they want about it. That's fine. Mm-hmm. I'm content the way things are because it's something that we flipped the script from last year. I mean, I don't think
last year we've had terrible. 2 games. We were terrible one possession games.
We have, I mean, dating back to last year and everything, I think we've had 2 games where it was over 2 possessions when we win. It's insane.
That was bad.
There's so many close
and
games.
And the hands onto that, the problem with that was it was on Mike Zimmer. Because he does stupid prevent defense. Always like, why are we doing this? Have you heard it not called?
Mm-hmm.
It seems this is the reason why probably you should never ever have a defensive mind head coach. It doesn't work. It never works. It won't work. It'll probably never work in the NFL because what usually happens, well, yes, granted, defense wins games, but you want to make sure you have an offensive-minded head coach because with these offensive schemes, you need something to put a rabbit of a hat to make a good trick play and that bring the whole defense out. Like, what kind of play was that? Like, you want to make sure you keep them guessing. And like, I like we mixed it with screenplays that we did it, especially with the code, especially that one with that big play by Cook gave us even more life.
Oh, yeah.
If they could progress Cook with the fumble mistakes this year, that would be awesome. I think that's another thing that he needs to look back. Yes, he had a great game. He redeemed himself and everything in the second half, but some of those plays that you have to be in the clutch. He's fumbled it twice now inside the 15 in the red zone. And it could be such a crucial point when that happens. It happened against Detroit last week or 2 weeks ago. And then it happened again with the Colts when we were just driving. We had a nice methodical drive. I think for the Colts one, he had like a 30-yard gain right before that next handoff, and he fumbled. It's
It's
just
bad.
gotta protect. That's
Yep.
Yep.
All
I
right,
feel
final
like that's
thoughts.
something that
Give us final thoughts. You think the Vikings are heading in the right direction or almost there?
I think yes, the right direction. There's still some things they need to clean up, make sure that the secondary is doing better, like we were saying. Get some more of a pass rush and just make sure that their special teams are going all right. But I think it's really good that they're getting KJ Osborne more involved, and that just gives them just another weapon and someone that that teams will have to think about how to cover. And I think that'll be really good and helpful.
And like
for once, I can say that for once, or well, not for once, but now. So that can't say that too often about him.
hasn't been that bad.
Greg's been good.
Yes,
he's been reliable. And did you even flinch, Joe, that he might have missed the game-winning kick?
Okay, well, against the Colts.
Yeah. Yep.
I did not cover my eyes. I was just like looking at the TV is like I was like this, like please make it. Like I know I've had a strong feel that he was gonna make it. Because it's gonna happen sooner or later that he's gonna face these situations. And I'm glad that he had that.
I was pretty confident too, just because of how.
And then my final thoughts about I think the Vikings are heading the right direction. I think they need to do on defense more is to blitz more, slowly get away with that 3-4 defense. And because the 3 on the line is not going to help at all. And if you clear the secondary up, it's going to teams are going to have a very difficult time to score on this defense. And their offense is getting KJ Osborne more opportunities. Hockenson is going to be your red zone threats. And it's going to be, and this team is going to be dangerous when it comes to the playoffs. Because you only have technically 5 weapons you can go to. You can go to Cook, Jefferson, Thielen, Osborne, or Hockenson. Especially Thielen and Hockenson in the red zone, they're like red zone threats. I mean, and yeah, those are my final thoughts. They're headed in the right direction. They are a good team. And I'm going to say this, they are not frauds. Because a fraudulent team will just give up. They won't even try to make it interesting or try to make it close. What the Vikings did, it proved this game, when coming back with 33-0, they proved they're not frauds. And I see first half, typical Vikings, typical Minnesota sports teams, they know how to beat easy teams or pull these teams out and then the third quarter ends up getting the close to the fourth quarter. And all these haters, what they do, they stop talking, which is good. So that would include this sports talk. So one of these greatest comebacks, probably the greatest comebacks in NFL history, is probably the game of the century. Thanks so much for watching. I'm J.504.
I'm King Mustard 99.
And I'm Pokeballer Mace.
Stay tuned for the next sports talk video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe button.
Notifications.